Hey guys, welcome back to 59 Gaming, your source for news and updates on all things gaming related. I am the Masked Ningen, and today we are here to look at another set of your fan-made cards. The TANABATA celebration on JP is right around the corner, and it was finally 100% confirmed that the card is going to be a Gogeta. Very excited to see what he's going to do, and as always we asked you out there in the community to let us know what you think his card is going to be like by submitting your designs for another fan-made cards episode. So we wanted to get this episode out as quickly as possible because by the time this goes up, the official reveal of his information should be very soon. So make sure you keep an eye out on our Twitter and all our social medias because we will post updates as soon as they are available. But let us go ahead and jump straight in here for the first fan submitted card. Okay, so jumping in straight away for my pick. First of all, I must apologize to everybody. We do appreciate all your submissions. I made a mistake when making the form and didn't put a section for you to add your username. So shout out to everybody who did submit a card. Hopefully you see yours featured here, and I do apologize for that. So this one that I have picked here is a Super Tech. I feel like Super Tech definitely needs a little bit of love, so I definitely would like to see the Gogeta be Super Tech. And the leader skill, this one stood out to me because if I had to give my sort of idea on what I would want his leader skill to be, I think this is probably it. Movie Heroes and Final Trump Card, because Movie Heroes could do with another leader, and Final Trump Card is obviously a very, very powerful category. It has a lot of very good units on it, but only has a 150 leader, and obviously that team is going to be busted with a 170 lead available for it. And you know, as we've said before when complaining about things like in Gohan's EZA, we just don't care about balance at this point when we've got insanely powerful units and teams running around already. So Movie Heroes and Final Trump Card, attack and defense 170, HP 130, that team will be incredibly powerful. Big fan of that as his potential leader skill. So for the 12 key super, greatly raises defense, raises attack for 1 turn, and does colossal damage to the enemy. I like that. Obviously, double supers are going to mean insanely high defense and extra little bit of attack. And of course, for an LR, the 12 key is the super that you'll do if you get an additional. So the greatly raises defense is very nice. And then the 18 key super greatly raises attack, raises defense for 1 turn, and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. Seals super attacks as well. So that's very cool. Kind of like LR Bardock, sealing on the 18 key. Because a lot of the time they give these LRs some utility, but on their 12 key super. So I do quite like to see that. It's obviously going to be very good for Super Battle Road if he's not one-shotting people like in the harder ESBR stages. Having that seal effect is very nice. And then the passive is Key +3, attack and defense 130 when performing a super attack. Reduces damage received by 50% until this character attacks. Okay, interesting. So they don't get the 130 defense if you're putting them in slot 1, but they get 50% damage reduction. Defense 50% and attack 30% when attacking. So even if you don't perform a super, you still get a little bit of stats. Key 2 in addition per rainbow sphere obtained. Medium chance of launching an additional super attack, which becomes guaranteed if there is an ally whose name includes Pycon. Nice. So playing off the sort of Pycon unit super where Goku and Vegeta fuse into Gogeta as part of his animation, they have a unit super attack with Pycon. Well, it's not a unit super, sorry. They get a guaranteed additional super attack. That's pretty good. And then the active skill transformation, so the fusion into Gogeta can be activated starting from the 4th turn of the battle, which is not bad, or can be activated at any time when there's an ally whose name includes Pycon. So they're making it very good to run Pycon on his team, especially because AGL Pycon essentially can be used as a support unit as long as you're able to pick up those 3 type orbs. So I think that works really, really well. Once he transforms, his super attacks remain the same, so the super attacks effects are very good. And then the passive is that he recovers 30% HP once only, so very similar to the Vegito. Key +5, attack and defense 150, and attacks effective against all types. So there's the good old Gogeta mechanic. Reduces damage received by 30%, attack and defense 40%, and reduces damage received by 10% for 8 turns from first appearance. Okay, so almost like a little bit of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in there, where he's got the extra attack and defense for 8 turns. He also has a little bit of extra damage reduction. Launches an additional super attack that has a high chance of becoming, additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super, and also super class allies 3 key and attack and defense 30%. This guy does literally everything, so I mean, even if you drop to the support part of his passive, he's still pretty busted. The fact that he keeps damage reduction after fusing and even has a little bit of extra for the first few turns definitely would put this guy above, I would say, STR Vegito in his overall usefulness, because you always have to decide whether you want to fuse and get that heal and the extra attack power for the loss of the damage reduction. So this card would be insanely powerful. As the Goku and Vegeta, their links are experienced fighters, Kamehameha, Otherworld warriors, shocking speed, prepared for battle, fierce battle, and legendary power. And then Gogeta, Otherworld warriors, Super Saiyan, experienced fighters, fused fighter, prepared for battle, fierce battle, legendary power. So very solid links there. Otherworld warriors is an interesting inclusion. It is actually a very good link, but not many units in the game have it, so interesting inclusion there. And then the categories will be Fusion, Pure Saiyans, Join Forces, Movie Heroes, Super Saiyans, Kamehameha, Otherworld Warriors, Final Trump Card, Connected Hopes, and Power of Revival. So overall, very, very powerful. If this is how the card turns out, I would be very satisfied, especially with everything that he does post-fusion on here. I think maybe this one is verging on the, being a little bit too powerful, but like I said, it's a single player game. We don't care about balancing anymore. Make him exactly like this and I would be very, very happy. So shout out to whoever submitted this one. Apologies again for missing that out on the form, but we do appreciate all you guys for submitting your cards. So let us move on and have a look at the next one.
Hey there guys, what's going on? It's Gale right here, back on the 5-9 channel, and we are here with the fan-made card for LR Gogeta. Of course, we got the announcement for a new Dokkan event featuring Gogeta, and we've been kind of predicting Gogeta would be happening since, well, pretty much PyCon and Janemba. We had to get our copy of STR Vegeta for Gogeta, and here we are. So we've got you guys making the fan-made cards, and we've got our next fan-made card from, well, this time around we don't have the usernames, sadly to say, but of course if you guys do know your cards, let us know in the comment section down below. So let's go into this, guys. So he's got the tech typing, very, very nice. Of course, the leader skill is Movie Heroes or Purifying Power, category P +3, HP 130, and attack and defense 170. I agree with the Movie Heroes, very, very clear that we are going to be getting a Movie Heroes lead. I think it's high time. The last one we got was technically Gohan, but he was a 130 lead, and then before that, Agile Gogeta. So Movie Heroes, very nice. I'm interested to see what Purifying Power will have. Of course, you could say Spirit Bomb units, I think, kind of Purifying Power. So very likely we could get, all the Spirit Bomb Gokus and stuff like that. Obviously, Gogetas are in there. I don't know what else would be in Purifying Power. It does seem like a very limited category when you think about it. I'm trying to think, maybe some of the, I don't know if the Dragon Fist units count, so I'm just limiting myself to Spirit Bomb and Gogetas, but let me know in the comment section down below, who do you guys think might feature in the Purifying Power category if they were to make one. Off the top of my head, those are the only ones that are coming to mind. The 12 key super attack is raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes colossal damage, and then when he's transformed, he raises attack and greatly raises defense for 1 turn and causes colossal damage. The 18 key super is raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage, and when he's transformed, he raises allies attack by 30% for 1 turn, raises defense for 1 turn, and then causes mega colossal damage. Very solid super attack effects. I don't think it's a problem whatsoever, especially assuming the passive is as strong as STR Super Vegito's. I think that in itself is really good. I really like the allies attack by 30% as well. Super nice, especially for the rotation as a whole, so definitely good. The passive, which we'll come on to in a second, of course, is attack and defense 130, reduces damage by 30%, changes in key spheres to rainbow key spheres, and plus an additional key +2 per rainbow key sphere obtained. Interesting that they're going with the +2 key per rainbow key sphere obtained, because if I'm not mistaken, isn't Vegeta or Goku and Vegeta, when they're not transformed or fused, they are pretty much 1 key per type sphere obtained. So in this case, obviously this changes where it's 2 key per rainbow sphere, and they are a orb changer, sorry. So that's really nice. I really like that they're a rainbow orb changer. That's one of the big things why I love Goku and Vegeta over a lot of the other TURs. It's purely because of that small notion in that they're so good because of the fact that they're rainbow orb changers. So definitely very nice. When they transform or fuse, they recover 50% HP, very similar to STR Vegito. Attack and defense 150. Attacks effective against all types, Gogeta-esque instead of counters. He gets that, which is cool. Performs an additional attack with a medium chance of becoming a super attack. So that's where the change from the critical becomes. I do think I like that. I really like that it does become an additional attack, but I may prefer dodge as well. You know, if they have an auto dodge, that's so nice, especially because you can add additional via the hidden potential system, whereas dodge, it's unless you're truth where you add 3 dodge. More often than not, most people just avoid the dodge kind of percentage or extra percentage, you know. So I think I think I would be more leaning towards dodge rather than additionals, but I do like it either way. Both are good. Shouldn't be crit because you've got the effective against all types already. He maintains the orb changing. Changes key spheres and key spheres of another type to rainbow key spheres, and then it's a +2 per key sphere obtained plainly and simply. So that's really good because he'll be launching 24 keys out of his rear in that situation. And then he guards all attacks for 5 turns. So he basically removes the foresees attacks or super attacks for 10 turns, for guards all attacks for 5 turns. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Active skill of Supreme Fusion can be activated when HP is 77% or less, starting from turn 4. Not bad. 77% or less is very achievable. I don't think it's an issue in that regards at all. And turn 4 is fine with me. I think turn 3, turn 4, those are like the sweet spots. Turn 5 and above is where it becomes a bit more iffy, of course, but I like that. So base is Kamehameha, Experienced Fighter, Shocking Speed, Prepared for Battle, Sane Warrior Race, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Did I miss one? Don't think I did. Shocking Speed, I mentioned that, right? I think I mentioned it. You guys can see it on your screens here. Transformed, it's Kamehameha, Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, Fused Fighter, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power, or Legendario Power as our fan has put it in here. What are the categories? Fusion, Joint Forces, Movie Heroes, Super Saiyans, Kamehameha, Otherworld Warriors, Final Trump Card, Pure Saiyans, Connected Hopes, Power of Revival, and Purifying Power. Very nice. I really like this card. I really like the idea of the category. It's just the characters within the category is my only concern. I don't think there's much changes I'd make here. You know, I mentioned it along the way. So I'm going to hand it over to the next content creator who will be giving their thoughts on a fan-made Gogeta card. So handing it over to you, mate.
That's a nice looking wait, how y'all doing? You doing great? That's fantastic. There's a new Gogeta. I know there's another Gogeta coming to the game. Better question is, what's he gonna be built like? We're about to find out right now. So what's good, y'all? It is your boy Cyderajin. And got another fan-made card provided by one of you lucky individuals that support and rep the Fight Night Gaming channel. And remember, your love is always appreciated. There appears to be no name on this, sadly, so I don't know who made this card. So if you're hit the comment section and you know this is your card, yo, let me know, because we're about to read your card off and we're gonna see what type of card you got built for the almighty, the superior. I'm playing. Look, listen, that Gogeta, okay? You've gone with AGL. Now, I know. See, I've dialed it down to 3 typings. Y'all gotta hear me out on this one. 3 typings. That'll be Int, Tech, or AGL. Tech desperately needs it, but I would prefer the AGL to get the whole roster lineup for freaking Gogeta and Vegito cards on the same team, whether it's Movie Heroes Final Trump card or things of that nature. Or it could be Int. The world may never know. Will it be Int? Probably not. If it is, outrage. But you've gone with the approach of AGL, and I respect that. You already know the business. But your categories that you have chosen are for the leader skill is Otherworld Warriors and Movie Heroes. I would completely agree with this, hands down. Category key +3 HP 130 and attacking defense was 170. Look, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'll take just 150 across the board. You know, just being HP being 130. Nah, yeah, just give me the 150 across the board. But hey, there's no complaints with your card. I'm just saying you got 130 in it. That's just your 12 key raises attack defense for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to the enemy. Alrighty, basic Gogeta stuff right there. 18 key raises attack defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to enemy. Alrighty, what's the passive? Goku Angel, and Vegeta Angel. Attack and defense plus 120%, a high chance of evading enemies' attack, including enemy super attack. Otherworld Warriors and Move Heroes category, key plus 2, attack and defense plus 30%, plus an additional key plus 1 per type key sphere obtained, medium chance of launching additional super attack. Alrighty, yo, that actually sounds a little bit busted for this just being the base form. I can't wait to see what you got for the fused form. So what we got? Recovers 50% HP, similar or exactly like the SDR transforming Vegito. Or Goku Vegeta transforming to Vegito, you know what I'm talking about. Attack defense 150% attack, effective against all types, of course, because you know it's Gogeta. Launches an additional super attack plus an additional key plus 1 per key sphere obtained, key plus 5, and evades enemy super attack encounters with a tremendous power for 7 turns from the start of turn. Yo, that actually sounds really, really busted. Because, you know, we all know the STR Goku and Vegeta that transforms into, you know, Super Vegito. That card's already busted. The only thing that's different that here, honestly, in terms of just raw power and damage, is that freaking effective against all types, and you can't see the enemy super attack. I don't see that anywhere on here, but honestly, if this card gonna be built like this, also raises attack and defense for 1 turn, put that unit in the second slot, depending on how the stats are. Maybe it has like outrageous base defense, things like that. But this is no different than the Super Vegito. Like in the second slot, third slot, the dude's just going to be a monster. Active skill transformation performs fusion dance, can be activated when HP is 77 or less, starting from the 4th turn from the start of turn, only once during the battle. Okie doke. What are the links? Kamehameha, Saiyan Warrior Race, Golden Warrior, Saiyan Lineage, Super Saiyan, Experienced Fighter, Fused Fighter, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Alrighty, what are the categories? Of course, Fusion, Pure Saiyans, Join Forces, Movie Heroes, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Otherworld Warriors, Final Trump Card, Connect the Hope, and Power of Revival. Yo, honestly, I have absolutely no complaints about your card except for the leader skill. I'll just make it 150 across the board. The way you have this card built is no different than the actual Vegito card itself, because you know it raises attack and defense after supers. The dude he counters with tremendous power, and his counters hurt. I mean, they hurt. And if they were to ever put a Gogeta in the game that can counter off anything as well, that on top of that being effective against all types, I'm pretty sure that's just going to be towards the super attack itself. This will just make Gogeta just a better unit overall than Vegito. However, you only get the counter from what I'm seeing for 7 turns and it's over. You don't counter no more, but I'm pretty sure you'll keep the effective against all the super is super effective against all types. The super attack itself, yo, this card transform and non-transform, deadly. The health restriction, I'll make that about 50% or less, honestly. That, because you got to think about the team that you're running it on. Like if you run this on Final Trump Card, Kamehameha, that those teams are just heavily defensive saturated, unless you're gonna have like this card have like horrible defense, and which would just make absolutely no sense for you to have a card like that, having it built the way that it is. But I like your card. Your card's solid. I can't wait to see what this Gogeta is going to be like, and let's see if it's better than Vegito, because you know is the superior fusion. I'm playing, but whoever submitted this, I greatly appreciate your submission. I greatly appreciate your submission as well, and we're gonna hope to see this Gogeta in the game. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one.
Hello 5-9 gamers, it's your boy Minato, the Yellow Flash of 5-9 Gaming, and today we're taking a look at your submissions for the Tanabata LR Super Gogeta that we're all expecting to come out for this year's Tanabata, of course. Not much else to really say about it. I really do love Gogeta. Gogeta's a really fun, awesome character, especially Super Gogeta. Everyone's going to be excited for it. Let's just hop right into your basically guess for what this Gogeta is going to turn out to be. So, the typing for this unit, this submission specifically, would be Tech. I do personally think that the new LR Super Gogeta should be Tech, because in the last 4 Dokkan Fest LRs were every other typing, and they kind of go like in a cycle of typings in a sense. So a lot of us are expecting this actual LR to be a Tech type, which I definitely agree with here. And you know, it doesn't hurt. I feel like Tech could use another like really strong, powerful unit to really help round out the Super Tech typing specifically right there. So the leader skill for this Super Gogeta would be Super Saiyans or Fused Fighters category Ki +3 and HP attack and defense plus 170%. Can never go wrong again with the full 170% to HP attack and defense. Obviously, outside of the LR Goku and Frieza, 177%. This is the best type of leader skill to have in the game. Super Saiyans is definitely a category that could use a new leader. Spirit Ball Absorbed Goku and the S-Tier Namek Goku both came out in 2019, so that's definitely some time away from now, from what was previously, so getting a new Super Saiyans leader would always be helpful, and this person does also want a Fused Fighters category, so essentially it would be Potara and Fusion put together as one, so that would be the new category introduced. Obviously would be very strong. Hopefully it would also include units who do have the Fused Fighters link but isn't on the actual category itself. Maybe Super 17, for example, a unit that could definitely fit on that since he does have the Fused Fighter link. But obviously, you know, we'll go ahead and see if this is actually a category that comes to fruition. I believe it would be, you know, actual fusion category is something that everyone wants for a while. And although we kind of do have that from Final Trump card, basically, having just, you know, an actual named fusion team would definitely will get a lot of people excited, because obviously it would be a very good category having so much well synergy in there, along with Super Saiyans, who would be pretty fun to run. So we'll be going over the Goku and Vegeta first. As you see, this is a fusing Goku Vegeta into Gogeta, then we'll take a look at the Gogeta after. So this is Goku Angel and Vegeta Angel. They raise attack and defense for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to the enemy, so basically just like the S-Tier Vegeta version. And same with his 18 key, except for a little bit of a difference right here. So he does, on his 18 key super attack, Goku Angel and Vegeta Angel, they raise defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, and then he raises all allies attack by 30% for 1 turn. So the S-Tier Vegeta, obviously we're going to compare the two, in my opinion, because they're going to be more or less similar. Maybe, of course, this Gogeta should probably be better since he's almost a year out later, but instead of just raising his own attack for 1 turn, like the S-Tier Vegeta does, he raises all allies attack by 30% for 1 turn. Not the biggest change ever, but obviously, you know, that extra 30% attack could definitely be very nice to get, especially in like counter type units or something like that. Obviously better to have this for all allies than just, you know, by themselves. It's just better, and just regardless. So yeah, let's go on to their passive right here. So the Goku Angel and Vegeta Angel get 120% attack and defense at the starter turn, very solid. Reduces damage received by 30%, again also very solid. He has a high chance to attack with attack effective against all types, and then gets an additional Ki +1 per type Ki sphere obtained. So obviously this is basically, again, this very similar to the S-Tier Vegeta base form, with the 120% attack and defense, the 30% damage reduction, and the additional Ki +1 per type Ki sphere obtained. But the change they made is, instead of having a medium chance to launch an additional super attack, he has a high chance to become super effective against all types, which is definitely more so of a Gogeta trait, to be more so doing super effective against all types rather than just having you know, an additional chance to perform an additional super attack. This would mean that potentially this Gogeta right here could be not as great defensively as the S-Tier Vegeta, since he wouldn't be able to triple super attack, but he'll definitely be more consistent with the damage, which I feel like is overall, I would probably take the high chance to be super effective over the triple super, because at the very least, even with just 1 super attack, this guy will be very fine defensively. So I really do like this addition, kind of to separate the units, make them a little more different from each other. And then his active skill right here can be activated when HP is 77% or less, starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. Once only, he transforms into Super Gogeta. So if we look here, his link says also Saiyan Warrior Race, Experienced Fighters, Saiyan Lineage, Shocking Speed, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. A very amazing link set. I believe this is almost the same exact thing as the S-Tier Vegeta as well, so we know how good his link set is. Again, I'm going to be talking about the S-Tier Vegeta a little bit when it comes to this actual submission, because obviously it's going to be impossible not to compare the two, I guess you could say. But yeah, amazing active skill transformation, amazing links right here. If we move on, he actually he raises his attack from 1 turn on his 12 Gogeta does after he fuses. Does colossal damage and lowers attack and defense. I like the lowering attack and defense. I do wish you'd raise defense maybe right here, but this is fine regardless. It's just a 12 key. Because on his 18 key, he does still raise attack and defense for 1 turn, does mega colossal damage to enemy, and he still lowers attack and defense. I do actually really like lowering attack and defense, especially, of course, the lowering attack part is the most important. People don't talk about how good really lowering attack is, I feel like. You know, lowering attack is very, very important in Super Battle Road stages, and could definitely cause a difference between you taking like 15k on normals to like double digits on normals, maybe even like 25k ish to like almost double digits. It's pretty effective. His passive skill, he recovers 50% HP once only, of course, since you're under the HP threshold. Being able to recover all the way up to basically full HP or at least half of your HP at the very least would be very nice. He gets attack and defense plus 1, 50% flat, unconditional. And then for the first 10 turns from the start of turn, he gets key plus 5, an additional attack and defense plus 50%, and then a high chance to evade enemies' attack, including super attack. So this guy's basically going to be doing, he's going to be taking, not only, like, he's going to have 200% defense at the start of turn with a high chance to evade. So it's going to be hard for him to take damage, and then at the same time, he not only does he launch an additional normal attack, just guaranteed right here, he has attack effective against all types, unconditional. So obviously he's going to be doing so much damage. Obviously, if we're like comparing him to the STR Vegeta again, they're gonna, I would say, depends on how many attacks that Vegeta would take specifically, but I mean, this guy's going to be doing pretty good with 200% attack, super effective against all types, and launching this additional attack right here. This is really, really good because it makes your hidden potential additional attack very, very often to get. And you want to probably build this guy with additionals as well based on how he's built, because he has a high chance to be effective here. He raises defense on his super attack, and you know, being super effective against all types when he's actually transformed without any conditions. Obviously you want to build him with additional, so this guy's going to be like triple supering a lot, I still feel like, when he actually transforms. Not only that, he's very, very good with key plus 5 start of turn for 10 turns, additional key plus 1 per type key sphere obtained still, actually, which is a little bit of a, I wouldn't say a bummer. I would obviously prefer it to be just any key sphere obtained instead of just type key spheres, but this is good enough still. His link set as well, it does change quite a bit. So we go Super Saiyan, Experienced Fighters, Kamehameha, Fused Fighter, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. So it gets Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, and Fused Fighters from transforming, which is not the worst change ever. You know, he still keeps the main 4 links right here. I feel like is very important. Experienced Fighters, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. It does suck that he loses Shocking Speed and Saiyan Lineage, but it's the same thing with the STR Vegeta. Overall, I think this actual design is pretty nice. I would love to see a Gogeta like this in the game. Let me know what you guys think about this Gogeta as well. And that's basically it for this submission. Let's move right on to the next one.
Hello there everyone and welcome. My name is Waffles the Asian Yenbear and I am here with my pick out of your submissions for the LR Gogeta that we're getting for the Tanabata Festival. Now, I did not know that we were getting an LR Gogeta, so I am very, very excited. I only found this out about a day or two ago, so I think that's really, really cool. Of course, I love Gogeta. I think that we need more Gogetas just because we have so many Vegetos, so I'm very, very excited about this. Now, the first thing you're going to notice, and you probably noticed this with all the other submissions so far, I don't know which one I am in this video, who knows, but we do not have the names on this form, unfortunately. So if you submitted this or you submitted any of the other ones that were mentioned today, just go ahead and leave a comment, let us know which one was yours, and then we'll give you a nice little heart on the 5-9 Gaming account, and I'll leave a little comment, be like, that was very Pog Champ of you. Yes. Now, of course, Super Int is really great for LR Gogeta here because now you can pair him with the actual Int Super Gogeta, that one, and on the Super Int team. And I think that's really, really cool. So you can go into Battlefield and be like, yo, Gogeta, body it. All right. Really, really happy with that. So I think Int is a good choice. I like that for LR Gogeta. I do hope he actually ends up being Int. That would be pretty cool. The leader skill here, final trump card. We always like more final trump card leaders. That's cool. And Power of Revival is a little bit of a niche category, but it does have a lot of very, very good units in it. So I do like that. I think that makes for a pretty good combination, Power of Revival and final trump card. So I'm happy with that leader skill. 170% attack is always really, really cool. So that's great. The 12 key super attacks, is kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty standard. 18 keeps still kind of the same thing, just raise attack and defense for 1 turn. But what I do love right here is their passive. Now, you'll see that they started with the base Goku and Vegeta, and then Super Gogeta down here for their passive. So we'll read this one first, and then we'll go into this one. So, attack and defense 120%, normal, totally fine. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. I love it because every like Super Gogeta from this movie seems to always have something to do with rainbow key spheres. So I like that this is a randomly changes key spheres to rainbow orbs, and I think that's really cool. Then you get an additional key +2 per rainbow key sphere obtained, which is great. You'll see that with like LR Gogeta, the Fizz one, LR Int Vegito. Those are really cool where they get more key with the rainbow orb, so I love that. All allies attack and defense 10% per rainbow key sphere obtained though is really cool, and that's actually one of the main reasons I picked this one. Giving like a nuker support, I think that's really cool. It's weird, I like it, and since you're already changing key spheres to rainbow, I think it makes it very interesting. You've also got additional attack and defense 30% and reduces damage received by 30% with 1 rainbow key sphere obtained, which is going to be easy for you to get because again you are randomly changing those key spheres. So basically this character just has 30% damage reduction and at least 10% support, probably more than that, let's be totally honest, but just having the 30% damage reduction there is really cool. I love that. And then also having the medium chance of launching an additional super attack, very cool, like it. Then it fuses into Super Gogeta when your HP is 77% or below, very normal, that's all good. Starting from the 4th turn of the start of battle, great, or starting from the 3rd turn when you have an ally whose name consists of Paikuhan. So I actually really like that. I like that you have a pretty normal like transformation mechanic here, just 77% or below from the 4th turn, that's all good, but that you could go a little bit earlier if you decide to put like AGL Paikon on your team or something like that. I wouldn't, like with something like this, I wouldn't recommend like putting the like other Paikons on the team because they're just bad, but you know, AGL Paikon, sure, why not? Then when you do transform, you get 170% attack and defense, so already a pretty big upgrade right there. Attacks effective against all types, also great. I mean, we kind of expect that because it's Super Gogeta. Super Gogeta basically always has that, but it's cool. Randomly changes key spheres, so you still have that. Plus an additional key +3 and chance of performing a crit plus 20% per rainbow key sphere obtained. So now, instead of giving that support, which we were doing over here, now we've got extra crit chance per rainbow key sphere obtained. And getting that 20%, I think the 20% is fine because like, if that had been for any other type of orb, of course that would be broken, but because it's a rainbow key spheres, I think that it's a little bit more limiting. You're gonna get hit maybe 40%, 60%, something like that. So I think that's pretty good, and getting just, it's almost like guaranteed crit, but not quite. Then you also have the high chance of evading enemies' attack, that's like 50%, that's fine. Plus additional attack and defense 30% after evading an attack, which I think is weird. I like it, I just think it's not going to be as reliable, but it is really cool, and I'm assuming that it's going to be calculated separately. So one thing I will say, I would probably keep him in the base form a little bit more often just because of the damage reduction and the support. I just really like that, and but over here, I still think this is pretty decent. I wish that this had the medium chance of launching an additional super attack in Super Gogeta form still. I think with it not having that, it's like, it's okay. It's still going to be doing pretty good because you've got the extra crit chance and the attacks effective against all types. But I really did like the mechanics in the base form. So I think the base form is one that I'm really excited about. If we look at the links, Kamehameha, Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, okay, yeah, these are all fine. Those are all good. Categories, Fusion, Pure Saiyans, Joint Forces, Movie Heroes, oh yeah, all great. Pretty much things that you'd expect. I'm not really noticing anything out of the ordinary with the categories and links. Those are all pretty good. All links and all categories that I would enjoy on a unit. But yeah, I think with this, I really love the base form. I think the base form is really cool, and that's why I wanted to pick this one. And then I just looking at the Super Gogeta here, I think he's still decent. So I like this. I think that whoever submitted this, again, let us know in the comments below. I thought this was pretty cool.